So was that a legal flight? You tell me.
Ta-da!
This video might appear a little self-indulgent. You see, I want to have a bit of a rant. Regular viewers to this channel will know that I'm generally a very positive person. I don't like to criticize fellow creators or anybody trying to earn a living. But there's a very small number of people, let's call them idiots, who seem to be determined to ruin the whole drone industry. So if you're a photographer, a video creator, or anybody who just likes flying drones as a hobby, these people might actually stop you. Let's get this in the air and then I'll explain. I'm not going to name these drone auditors because I don't want to give them a platform. But let's just say they've usually got the letters DJ or media or audit somewhere in their channel name. I'm not even sure what an auditor is. Are they citizen journalists or is there any educational value? The sole purpose appears to be to cause confrontation and post it on social media for likes, views, shares, simply in order to provide an income. You might argue that they're educating poorly informed security guards or even the police about who owns the airspace above private and commercial property. But then you could also argue that some of these actions are simply designed to cause harassment. One of the problems is that the general public and many business owners are not aware of what the law is when somebody's flying a drone over their property. Obviously, there are areas where flying a drone is totally illegal without special permission, like airports or prisons or over crowds. But the real problems are with areas where it might be totally legal to fly, but nevertheless commercially sensitive. I've been employed by some businesses who recognise exactly how useful a drone can be, but wouldn't be happy with the details of their operation plastered all over social media. Let's be clear, not for a minute am I claiming that these drone auditors are doing anything illegal. In fact, in most cases, they don't even appear to be breaking the drone code. I'm sure that everybody watching this channel probably realises you don't actually own the airspace above your own property. The CAA regulates it on behalf of the government, partly so big airliners can safely fly around taking you on holiday. However, you might be surprised to learn you don't even own all the earth under your property. Where would it end? In a smaller and smaller triangular shape as you get nearer the centre of the earth. But I digress. If these auditors are calling themselves journalists, and anybody can, then there might be all sorts of exemptions under data protection laws. I'm also pretty sure that buildings don't have a right to privacy. So no laws are being broken. But let's be honest, what these auditors are doing is intentionally winding people up, causing confrontation for money. Now, all confrontation is drama, and drama generates views, but is that any way to earn a living? My fear is that senior people in the emergency forces, or security forces, or even senior business owners will put pressure on the CAA to do something to stop the freedoms we all currently enjoy, just because of the actions of a very small number of idiots. Isn't it always the way? At the moment, most drones are not allowed to fly higher than 400 feet. And if you've got a light drone of less than 250 grams, you're probably going to be okay flying higher than 50 meters above somebody's property so you don't cause a nuisance. So we end up with a band of free airspace between 50 to 120 meters in which people with small drones can legally fly above your privately owned property. If the CAA come under a lot of pressure to do something, you can see there's a very easy possible solution that would stop everybody flying above private property without permission. I know some people have already contacted the CAA, so I thought I'd ask the CAA if they'd like to comment on the issues I'm raising in this video. Unfortunately, my timing is bad because we're in the middle of a general election campaign here in the UK, and the CAA have said this means they can't comment on future proposals or plans. I've been a CAA licensed drone operator for over 10 years now, and I've always found the CAA to be remarkably supportive of this new industry. I'm not saying a lot of the endless regulation changes haven't been frustrating for pilots, but when you consider the ban everything culture we have in the UK, the freedoms we currently enjoy to fly our drones should be treasured. So how do we stop people putting pressure on the CAA and ruining everything for everyone? The obvious answer is to tell everybody to stop watching these channels. But that's not going to happen. What if the police, security services, and even business owners, while aware of the law, what if they just made notes? What if nobody reacted to this obvious provocation? If everybody ignored these so-called drone auditors, there would be no confrontation. And without confrontation, all they'd have is a really boring video. Would anybody watch? Without any views, there would be no money. And without an income, these drone auditors might actually disappear. Second thoughts. Maybe I shouldn't have made this video. But thank you for watching.